what's my line?
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's me, Mr. Morris, here to bring you your weekly dose, monthly shot of tier lists, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Mr. Morris, here for. I already forgot what you said. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Teller Morose, joined by my co-host Yo-Yo, and this is Tier List Tuesdays. Get over it. We missed some episodes. Today we're doing. This episode's gonna fall apart so fast because I'm drinking a can of energy drink.
In my defense, I was moving, I didn't have internet, there were bridges that needed jumping off, it was a whole thing. But now we're good, and everything's fine,
everything's
and
fine.
we're back at it again.
And we're ready to fucking kill it. It's gonna be
Besides,
great.
some of the best animes go on hiatus for much longer than that.
That's true. Think about like Rick and Morty, bro. That's they say it themselves at the end of each season. They're like, "All right, see you in like a year and a half for the next one."
Darn right.
Anyway, today we're doing kind of a special version of the episode. We have the website willyoupressthebutton.com pulled up over here. And we're not going to do this one because I've been staring at it for a while, and it's like, it's funny, but also I don't want to do it now. I want it to be a surprise, you know?
Yeah,
and that's going to be the fun part. Over on the list, normally we have a list of things. It's like, you know, we've predetermined that that's what we're going to talk about. On this one, we're doing it live, like Bill O'Reilly. And we're just going to hit refresh or whatever, go to the next Will You Press the Button prompt, and we're going to try to decide whether or not we would press the button, and then we're going to decide tier list style how god tier or garbage tier the prompt is. Don't forget to check out our social media and subscribe, and yeah, I don't know, give us the thumb, whatever. You ready to go, man?
I think so.
Alright, I'm gonna hit refresh here. Okay, so will you press the button? You find out what happens to you after you die and can prove it. But what you find out causes mass panic around the globe. As a result, there is no physical contact for the rest of anybody's lives.
Wow.
I'm very confused by the first part. You find out what happens to you after you die and can prove it. So,
That's
like,
confusing.
while I'm still alive, it's like, or while we're still alive, we have this, like, I don't know, epiphany of just, like, here's how I'm going to die, and I can prove that how I'm going to die is going to cause this issue.
No. It's a after death thing. It's what happens to your soul, you know?
Oh. So it's like we find out the secret to what happens, like heaven, hell kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
You find out the end result where the human soul goes after the body is no longer functioning, and you have proof that that is the way that it is, and you bring it back and you tell everybody, and everybody realizes that the best way to, you know, not suffer for eternity is to just never interact with anyone, and so that's what we do now.
This is a good one. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
Because I kind of hate it, but I'm also like very fascinated by this.
It's an interesting question. I like, as far as a will I press it or won't I press it? I will not. I'm not pressing that
100%
button.
I would not press the button.
I really don't care that much. It'll be okay, I'm sure. I have faith.
Yeah.
However,
Well, I don't know, because you could definitely find out which, like, religion, I guess, to follow, or which, you know, theistic or non-theistic point of view to have. But at the same time, and you can prove it.
yeah,
The
but
whole
it
thing is
causes
like if you
mass
press.
panic around the globe.
That's the thing. It's like if you press the button, you essentially eliminate religion, like all of it.
No. You make one specific religion,
But you can prove it.
and that's not even going to fix everything, because
No, God,
we
no.
have we have proof of lots of stuff, and people still don't believe. So you can prove it, but
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't press the button.
Alrighty.
I wouldn't want to cause that kind of hysteria, you know?
I mean, for me, it's just like there's not that much benefit to be had because, like, yeah, I know, but what does that do for me?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because what if you find out like everyone like goes to the Christian version of hell, and it's like everyone suffers no matter what, and then it's like no one wins anything. It's not like, oh, you can, grant your way into heaven. Like, what if there's just no heaven?
Yeah, I mean, you could find out something that's really not worth knowing, and clearly, if it causes everyone to panic, must not be too good, honestly.
Yeah, and there's no physical contact for the rest of anybody's lives. I just imagine like someone bumps into someone else on like the subway and they immediately just get shot. Like,
I mean, I'm assuming that maybe this is something like, well, my brain immediately went to like COVID, and so maybe they're like, okay, so what if you find out that it's actually coronavirus, cause the
that's the
determiner or
afterlife.
something. No, not the afterlife, but like if you got it, well, you're infected and now you're going to hell. Congratulations.
Okay.
And maybe that's what causes the panic and forces everyone to have no physical contact. I don't know. I will say the
Yeah,
question's getting me thinking a lot more than I thought it would.
I was gonna say it's a good question because there's a lot. I mean, like there, it's enough information to like give you the idea, but it's also sparse enough to just be like, well, what does that mean?
Righty.
There's a lot of hypotheticals. Yeah, I'm saying I will not.
I will not either. As far as like are we gonna go ahead and rank them as we go? Because that makes the most sense to me.
Oh yeah. You want to rank it first?
I mean, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling A tier.
I was thinking the same thing. A tier.
All right. Okay.
All for it. We still on
A
the right-
strong start.
It really was. Oh shit. Find out what happens after you die, but no touchy. Good enough, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I think once we decide, it tells us whether or not like what the general rule is, like how many percentage of people chose each option. So let's go. I will not. Wow. Only 37% of people.
I
press the
mean,
button.
to be fair, a third of the population said, you know what, no physical contact for the rest of forever, a global panic. Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
I mean, that's it's kind of fair.
Yeah, I mean, curiosity did kill the entire world. It's fine.
That's true. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's see what we got here. Will you press the button? Every time you speak someone's full name, they'll be required to perform a favor for you. But you can only request a favor once from each person, and they'll be an enemy for the rest of your life. Man, this has I feel like my mind immediately says, not me personally, but like a lot of people, if they wanted this kind of like power, people would just be doing the most heinous shit. It's like, hey, rob this bank for me, or, just like, go kill that guy.
The problem is it's a really slippery slope because you use it once, that person becomes your enemy, and once they're your enemy, something's going to come up where you're going to need someone to help you, not to be susceptible to that enemy. So you're going to ask a favor again, but now you have two enemies. And so then you're going to have to ask multiple favors from other people to protect you from those enemies. And then you have just infinite enemies. That being said, I would still take it.
Would you?
Because yes, I would. Because it's like having a loaded gun, right? You don't have to use it, but you have it.
That's fair.
And if something comes up where it's just like it's a life or death situation, there's no other choice, you have a chance to do something good, impactful, meaningful if you just use this one power that you got by pressing a red button.
No, but it's every time you speak someone's full name.
Yeah, but you don't have to speak someone's full name. When they say full name, they mean like first, middle, last. I'm not just gonna come up and be like, Hey,
Harry
Robert
S.
Della Rosa
Truman.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
You know, just
I went with Harry S. Truman because I'm pretty sure his middle name was S. So I just
actually.
thought that was, yeah, like legit. I think he didn't have an actual middle name because they were trying to decide between two family names, and they're just like, fuck it, it's S. It means both.
I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's wild.
I'll Google it while I'm editing this and put it in and see if I was right about that. I know it's some president has something like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna press this button because I'm afraid I would accidentally do something just really stupid, and then I'd also be terrified of like making an enemy out of someone because it's like I don't know. Because part of me says like, what if I accidentally do that to my friend? Jesus, excuse me. Uh,
I
what if
mean,
I
if
accidentally like make an enemy out of someone that I really care for, and then they're an enemy for the rest of my life.
then you have to decide, man. Is it worth it? Is it worth being the enemy of this person, or would you rather, just well, never mind. I can't say that. Never mind. I take it
Okay.
all back. I was gonna say, well, they're your enemy until the rest of your life, so there's only one way to stop that.
Just imagine just like this is a weirdly deep path that I just went down in my head, but it's like imagine if you said your own full name and then just said like make friends with everyone again. So then that way all of the people that you've had, perform a favor for you, as the quote says. But then you hate yourself forever, but everyone likes you at the end of your life.
Well, see, that's a question because it doesn't say that it gives the person the ability to perform the
Oh,
favor.
that's true. That's true.
So if you just go up to that one guy from high school that you didn't like very much and just say his full name and be like, "Bruh, go rob a bank for me," he's not gonna rob the bank successfully. He's going to
That yeah.
fail miserably. He's gonna get caught. He's gonna go to jail, and when he comes out, he's gonna hate your guts, and you got nothing for it. Congratulations.
But see, the issue I have with this now that you've said it like that, what favors would I have someone perform for me that I couldn't do myself and not make everyone hate me? Because most people are just like average, your average Joe or whatever. They might be your friends or they might be someone you don't really care for, but at the end of the day, they're still just a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
So if I said, go rob, I don't know, Kmart for all of their leftover shelves, uh, it's like, yeah, they might be able to do it, but then they're an enemy for life, whereas I could just probably go to Kmart and steal the shelves myself, and the only people that will hate me are probably no one, actually, because it's fucking Kmart. No one exists there anymore.
I
I don't.
think the idea. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really want to use it proactively like that, anyways. Mine would
Mm-hmm.
be like a very severe kind of scenario.
Yeah.
That I mean, very unlikely. It would probably be something that I would never use. It would never come up. There'd never be a situation where I would say, yeah, 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 the moment, the moment, the moment. But if it did, I would have it and be ready to go.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think that you could do with it, I mean, you could do some stuff like full on Code Geass style, where you just you get people to do a bunch of little things for you that put you in a position of power such that your enemies are uh, disadvantaged to stop you. And I don't know, maybe you could set yourself up as like a full on crime lord like that, or like I said, go full Code Geass on it and
Yeah.
become emperor of the world or whatever. Maybe
The
I don't
other
know.
thing I could see really, I don't know how well this would work, but like, imagine being like an artist and then like let's say you're like a painter, right? And you have your piece of art at an art gallery, and then you just learn someone's full name and be like, "Hey, Harry S. Truman, please buy my painting for $4,000." And then they'd have your art, but then they'd also hate you. And I'm like, that's like if you were trying to like make money off of selling a product, you could definitely do that. You would be a hated salesman. and you would have a lot of enemies, but you would be making good money.
The question is, how far are these enemies willing to go to get back at you? Because,
That's yeah,
if each one of them is like arch nemesis, will literally be looking to, off you at the first available opportunity.
yeah.
That's bad.
That's real bad.
If it's just like they don't like you and they are gonna speak badly about you, give you bad reviews, and never buy or interact with you ever again, any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. Okay, we can work with that.
Oh man,
And
hold on.
maybe
I
it
gotta.
varies per person.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, please give me the. Okay. Uh, imagine being like somewhere in like Seattle, and you're like next to a food truck, and you see Bill Gates there. That was the thing that came out about him a little while back, was that he was at some food truck being like average Joe kind of shit.
Mm.
So imagine being like, "Hey, William Henry Gates the Third, will you buy me lunch?" And then Bill Gates buys you like a sandwich, but then he is your enemy for the rest of your life.
I was about to say, I don't want Bill Gates as an enemy, bro. I would
No,
not
I
ask
don't.
Bill Gates to do anything. You might as well just be like,
Hey,
Jeff
kill me.
Bezos, whatever Jeff Bezos' full name is. Would you?
Jeffrey Emperor Bad Guy Bezos.
Yeah, there you go. Would you mind just offing me real quick? I really don't want to live anymore. Thank you. That'd be about the only favor I would ask of someone with that amount of money.
God, he's worth $190 billion.
Or maybe if I was like on my deathbed or something, I could be like, Jeff, buddy, would you
Hey.
donate your entire fortune to charity?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
And then he does, and he hates me, but I'm, on my deathbed, so I
So
really
it doesn't
don't
matter.
care.
Yeah. That's okay. That's making me think I would press the button. Is I would just wait until I'm like on my deathbed, or like damn close to death as it is, and then I would just start hitting famous people. Be like, yo, Mr. Billy Gates, or whatever the full name is. I just read it and I don't care anymore. Uh, how you end world hunger. Hey, Mr. Bezos, you like stop all war from happening for the rest of eternity. And then they hate me, and I'd probably die as like the most, one of the most hated people, just because super successful people don't like me.
Yeah.
Because like if Jeff Bezos doesn't like you, actually you're probably fine as a person.
Unless he doesn't like you so much that he's going to go out of his way to make sure you're not fine.
There it is. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm hitting the button on this one. I'm convinced.
should we stop talking bad about Jeff Bezos? I feel like it's a
Probably.
bad idea, honestly.
I don't know if anyone's seen the first episode of Take a Tuesday Off that we brought back with Wingless Griffin as the new co-host. We green screened his face into the background. Just for like one brief bit, and like now I'm like, oh man, he's gonna like put a hit out for me for that green screen edit. But yeah, you slapping this fucking button, bro?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Hell yeah. 40% of
Oh.
people. Interesting. Oh, we didn't rate it. Damn it.
Nah, we didn't, but we can still do that. Easy
That's true.
peasy.
Yeah. Man, most people would not want that.
I guess people don't like the idea of having enemies for life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I don't care. I'd just be, talking to the right or wrong people depending on how you look at it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, for me it was just a loaded gun situation. I just have it, don't use it, but it's there, cool. But I guess most
Yeah.
people were just like, no, the risk is too great.
No, just be like a Hollywood reporter and get celebrities to do stuff for you. Hey, Mr. Jonathan Depp, will you promote my music? By the way,
Mr.
new album
Jonathan
coming soon.
Depp.
Yeah, I don't know what his full name is.
Sorry.
Anyway, I feel like this one's kind of more of a B, because it didn't
I
get
think
me
so, too.
super invested like the last one did. I didn't get philosophical on this one.
I mean, I liked this question. I got into it a good bit, but it's also one of those like very, I don't know, it's almost straightforward where it's like, you receive this, I receive, like, it's just very, very straightforward kind of, there's a big drawback, but a lot of power.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a lot of nuance to it, you know. I think B's good.
B is, yeah, I think so. You ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hit like 10.
Okay.
Ooh, when you press the button, you can meet your soulmate, but you may never use technology again. Bro, I'm not hitting that button for anything. I don't give a fuck.
See, I really hate questions like this because you can meet your soulmate implies that I can't currently meet my soulmate. And you know what? Screw you. You don't know me. Yeah. I can meet my soulmate anytime I want, bro.
You can meet your soulmate and your cellmate. Yeah, anything that says you can never like use a certain technology or anything like that, it's like, bro, every job ever relies on these things.
Yeah.
You can't not use technology at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a no-brainer on this one.
Yeah, F tier. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling F tier for this.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's.
I think the idea is just supposed to be like, would you give up, the day-to-day comforts of technology for love? I think that's like the spirit of the question.
Hard pass.
Wow! All right. Well, there he goes.
No offense to my soulmate or anything,
willing to sacrifice.
Well, here's the thing. Currently, I'm in a relationship, and I'm very much in love. But the way that we communicate is mostly through cell phones or computers or the internet. So even if I found my soulmate, and like maybe it's like we move in together or something, but like what if there's like an emergency? Like what if she has to call me because like she crashed her car or something?
Pony Express, bro.
Imagine getting a Pony Express letter from the fucking emergency room. By the way, your soulmate crashed their car and they are in a severely damaged state, and we need you to come here as quickly as you can. And you get that message like 4 days later.
I mean, look, you make do.
Oh my god.
Life finds a way, okay?
Yeah, this is a fucking F. Unless you have any like hard disagreement on that.
I guess it could be F. Yeah, I think if it were worded better, it could be like an okay like C tier if it were worded better. But the way it's worded, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's not hitting that button. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
36% of people press the button.
36% of people are incredibly lonely.
I was gonna say that's kind of sad to think about, man.
Yeah.
How are you gonna meet your soulmate without the internet? Like that's the only way people find relationships now.
You're gonna bump into them on the street, and then you're gonna, see them when you're at home together, and when you go out together, and when you're doing your separate things, you're not, and that's just gonna be the way it is, just like it used to be in the olden days. And you'll never,
date? How do you be like, hey, let's go to the, the movie theater or whatever on this coming Saturday?
You talk to them in person.
How? You just show up and then be like, do you want to hang out in a couple days?
Yes.
And then what, you leave?
I mean, if they're busy, yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm sorry. You can't convince me this is not really stupid.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. The price is really high. The internet, cell phone, computer, and there's no like, hey, just living your life. You can't achieve this. That's my problem with it. Is like it's offering you a reward that you can totally find. You can totally find your soulmate without pressing this button. That's a viable option.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me. It's like you could, like I'm not a big believer in like one individual person that's your soulmate. It's like no, we're all human, so eventually we're going to find people that have a lot of characteristics that we enjoy or share with a person, and they may not be like the absolute perfect person for you, but you know what? You learn to love,
That's true.
And we wouldn't be doing this podcast without the fucking internet. Also, what would you do for fun? Like, what the fuck? I gotta assume video games don't count.
Nah, you just
gonna learn how to knit?
You gotta go
Fuck
back.
you.
Yes, you gotta knit. You gotta do woodworking. You gotta get a garden going. Take care of the yard. Do stuff that actually matters and has an impact on the physical world. Wild.
Nah, fuck that. I can't live
People
without
used to
tier
live
lists.
like that, bro.
No, I know. That's one of those things where it's like before, just as a basic example, because it was one of the first like forms of entertainment, like the radio. Before the radio existed, oh my god, what would you do? I think I would shoot myself with like a musket because clearly the modern guns haven't been invented yet. That's not true.
All right. Okay.
That was after, I think, during World War II, the radio was invented, so clearly modern guns kind of existed, but I don't know, man. I don't think I could live in that time. We're on this too much. Let's move on. F tier. Fuck your stupid question. Next. Will you press the button? You can create the perfect spouse. You are both immortal and live a perfect life, but you can never see two friends of your choice again.
Easy.
You pressing that button?
Of course.
Yeah.
Two friends? I
can get rid of those.
Yeah, I got two
I could
friends.
name two of my friends right now.
Exactly.
Yo-Yo and Griffin. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. That was mean. I apologize. That's not... No, that's definitely not the case. It would not be either of you guys.
I'm sure I could find two friends to spare, you know? I mean...
For immortality and a perfect life.
Yeah, a perfect life, a perfect spouse. Both of you are immortal. And all you gotta do is just, never see two friends. Nothing even happens to them.
Yeah, you just can't see them again.
You just can't see them.
I just, like, take my perfect spouse and be like, well, bro, let's go move to somewhere that we can enjoy. You know?
Yes. Those two friends live a happy life that doesn't include you or your perfect spouse.
Also, now hold on. This is going to sound fucked, but technically we could pick each other and then just only talk through Skype. It says you can never see two of your friends again. Doesn't mean you can't interact with them through voice and stuff like that.
That's fair, yeah.
I mean, I'd still like to hang out and stuff like that. It's not like I'm disbanding you as an option or anything like that, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm hitting this button 100%.
Yeah, it's way too loaded on the reward side.
Yeah. Where are we ranking this before we hit that button? I think this one's kind of like C. Maybe D.
Yeah, I was thinking D.
Yeah.
It's much too, like, I mean... There's
wasn't
something
a lot of, like,
interesting about it,
about
maybe. But yeah, there's like it's too loaded on one side. It's way too easy to press the button.
The perfect immortal spouse.
Now, if two of your friends died, or if it wasn't of your choice, if it was random,
that would be
two friends randomly, and you never get to interact with them again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I only have like 6 friends, so like. There's a pretty high chance that like 2 of those friends are going to be people that I like really care about.
I just want to be clear. You only have 6 friends, but 2 of those friends you were 100% willing to throw in the dumpster.
No, 100%. Fuck those friends.
An entire third of your friend list, you were like, nah. Those guys trash.
Yep. F tier friends.
Good.
Never see 2 friends of your choice. Yeah, I get it. All right, we're smacking this fucking button. Yeah, of course. 81% of people press the button.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that other 19% is probably like, well, I don't have a ton of friends, and all of my friends are super super tight knit, close friends. So like maybe it'd be a harder choice.
Well, a lot of people actually have a stigma against being immortal, which is kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that probably influenced it a little bit.
But a perfect immortal life, to me, it's like perfect means there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
That sounds great. Forever? That's like going to heaven.
Yes, it's literally find the perfect partner and live in heaven.
Create the perfect partner.
Yeah, it does say create, but I don't think create... Well, I don't think I'd be capable of creating the perfect partner. But this says that I do create the perfect partner, so I guess, whatever, fair enough.
Actually, it says you can create the perfect spouse.
Oh.
You both are immortal and live a perfect life.
I can, but I might fail.
No, you can, but you don't have to.
I'm capable, but I can opt out.
Yes, that's what I would take that as.
Okay, so I
So,
could live a perfect life alone forever. That
and
sounds
then like
great.
maybe if you get kind of bored, you could just create the perfect spouse that's also immortal.
I like that I have accidentally become God.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that just
The but
reinforces
should
the.
have been rather than you can never see two friends of your choice again. It's like you have to lose one rib, and you're just Adam from the Bible.
Well, yeah. No.
Well, he wasn't immortal, and I assume didn't live a perfect life. But
I mean, I think technically they were supposed to be immortal, and that was like if they'd have, lived forever in the Garden of Eden, everything would have been
yeah.
perfect, and they would have been
But
immortal.
then
And then,
Snake Boy Satan came around, or Lizard Boy Satan
yes,
came around.
Snake oil.
Snake. Well, he wasn't a snake. He was a lizard boy, right?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Let's go on to the next one.
Please.
You will win $100 million, but you will look like Hitler.
Yes, please. Have you seen Hitler? I mean, have you seen $100 million?
Bro, Hitler was handsome as fuck, dude.
I'm just saying, there's worse people to look like. Okay.
I need to pull. This is gonna sound really stupid.
Just
I
as
need
a
to pull up a
refresher?
picture. Yeah,
Yeah. Let me just get
Hitler.
a little Hitler reference image. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, he wasn't like the worst looking dude. He had the stupid mustache.
Yeah. But I mean,
I think I could. You think if someone came around today and they were just like a modernized version of Hitler, do you think they'd be like regarded as kind of handsome? I don't know, man, because like the mustache is definitely like one of those things where it's like someone looks at you and they're like, you have the Hitler mustache.
yeah.
But I mean, if you're just like a nice guy, I don't know. I think I'd be okay with that. Because I think a lot of people, it's like the whole don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing. Where it's like, if someone looked at me and they're like, they look like Hitler, and they don't want to talk to me, that's on them. But if they do want to talk to me, congrats, you just made a friend who has $100 million.
I think it would be actually quite funny because people would all the time be like walking up to you like, guys, what? I found Hitler. Hitler, buddy. Can I get an Insta?
Can I get a picture?
Insta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get a pic for the Insta?
Dude, okay, here's what I would do, right? First of all, I'd smack the fuck out of this button. Then I would look like Hitler, and I would wear a red and white striped shirt, and on the back of it, it would say, "Where's Hitler?"
Okay,
And
all
then
right.
it would just be like a game where I just travel the country. And people are like, "Oh shit, I found Hitler." Take a picture together, and I
And when
give
they
them like
find
20
you,
bucks.
when they find you, they have to go, "Hey!"
Yeah, and then I give them like $100.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be a great business. Someone should jump on this. No, don't jump on this.
I mean, you can. It's not the worst plan in the world. I've heard less fun things. I
Yeah,
think this
true.
is. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Not to round it out, or not for the sake of rounding it out, but I feel like this is kind of a C tier. It was like easy, but also kind of interesting to talk about.
Yeah,
Passable.
it's one of those things where like I would not have thought of looking like Hitler being on this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. All right, we're gonna just make this one the $100 million Hitler, because I know what that means. And yeah, we're smacking the fuck out of this button, right?
Yep.
Smack it. Okay.
Easy.
That's an interesting one. It's a little more like half and half almost.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Hitler.
I mean, I would hope they don't, but
Well, I mean, clearly we must.
it's not
because we
you
hit the
are
button.
Hitler. You just kind of look like him.
Yeah, you look like him, and people are gonna look at you and be like, "Whoa, that guy looks like Hitler. We should assassinate him."
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm assuming that's the logic against
But
it.
also, you don't have to
But
like wear like a Nazi regime uniform. You can just dress how you normally do. Your face and hair and I'm assuming mustache looks like him.
yeah, see, I think it would be funny. I think it would be genuinely like people would be coming up to me, and I'd be like talking in a completely non-German accent, super
Yeah.
American, very clearly not Hitler in any way, shape, or form. I just look exactly like.
I'm also curious. During his younger days, Hitler's health was generally good despite his lack of exercise and a poor diet, which he later replaced with a mostly vegetarian one. Okay, so he wasn't like in bad shape. That's what I was curious about. But also, you could change that. Yeah, fuck this. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's move on. My mouse is not moving down. I'm very
Nice,
confused.
nice.
I'll use the trackpad. That's why I have both. All right, will you press the button? You receive $500,000 every year for life, but once a year at random, you are kidnapped for a week.
That's interesting.
I'm smacking this button, dude.
Well, see, it's curious, right? Because it doesn't say who kidnaps you, why they kidnap you, or
Yeah, true.
what goes on with the kidnapping.
Dude,
It's
after like 6 years of that, I would be so just jaded. Like, dude, fuck you guys. I'm getting out of here.
well, I mean, it could be fun, and I mean, honestly, they're probably kidnapping you for your money, which
Oh,
you
true,
get
true.
500,000, every year. So you could probably just be like, yeah, I got you, bro.
Bro, I'll give you $18,000 if you just let me go right now. After like a week, I don't know, a whole week being kidnapped. Like they're probably doing like some heinous shit, you know?
Well, are they? See, that's kind of the question, right? Because, I mean, if they are, if this is like a worst case scenario, these are bad people and they're gonna do bad things to you. Nah, this is never worth. You're not gonna live more than a year, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But it is only like after a week. It's like, what do you break out, or do they just let you go?
I mean, I feel like something would have to be worked out so that they let you go, or you got rescued by the police or something. I don't think they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts. And if they did, I mean, you probably wouldn't care that you got kidnapped in the first place, right? Because if it's just like your buddies and they show up and throw a bag over your head and throw you in the back seat and then take you on vacation and they pull the bag off and they're like, "Welcome to Aruba," I mean, that's who cares, right? Like, I ain't gonna be mad about that.
Just like you just get kidnapped in the middle of the night. You have a sack over your head. You hear like people screaming as you're being like brought out of wherever you are, and you just the bag is removed from your head, and you're in Cancun, and they're like, "Happy birthday!"
Exactly right. Like, if that's what it is,
We know you have about $1 million saved up, so we decided to kidnap you and use your money for a vacation.
yeah. And then at the end of the week, they're just like, "All right, man. Well, this is your stop," and they drop you off at your front door, and everything's fine. I mean, if that's the case,
They drop you off at your $500,000 house that you saved up your money for.
well, I mean, why stop at 5? I mean, I'm what?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, 500,000 a year is that's a good amount of money. But also,
Yeah.
we're under the assumption that like only like normal like fine things are happening when you get kidnapped, not under the assumption that you get like tortured or
That's kind of the
anything
issue,
else.
right? Because
Yeah.
there's too many unknowns. Really, you don't know what's going to happen to you while you're kidnapped, and there's no guarantees that you're going to live to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get kidnapped, if you get 500,000 and then you get kidnapped and then you die, that ain't great.
Yeah. So this question essentially becomes how much are you willing to gamble for $500,000 a year for life?
Yeah.
I'm hitting that button. I'll do it.
I see. Okay.
I don't know, a week is a long time though.
It is. If there was some sort of guarantee on it that this would not be the cause of my death, I would, 100% press the button every day of the week.
Okay. I just thought of something really fucking stupid.
Oh, no.
It says once a year at random, right? So it just means like once for, 2021, once for 2022, so on and so forth.
Uh-huh.
Just imagine like the last week of December you get kidnapped, and then after a week you get home, and then like January 2nd of the next year you get kidnapped again. It's like, oh, come on, guys.
We
I just got home.
But then, I mean, you do get, like, basically a whole year after that without having to worry about it. You
That's
get a
true.
whole
That's
year where
true.
you get to live, kidnap free, probably.
All right, let's.
At least you would be no more likely to get kidnapped than the next person.
Yeah. Okay. I think after like 10 years, like the police would just be like, "You're just like, we gotta put you in like witness protection or something."
But I mean, it's just
But
gonna
you still
happen,
get kidnapped. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't stop it. They can put you in a gosh darn top maximum security prison, and somehow, some way, randomly, 1 week you'll just disappear, and they'll be like, "What?
Think about like
Again?"
if we hit this button and this like legitimately happened right now. By the time we're like age 50, there would be so many like articles written about how we're the unluckiest person in the world.
I don't know. I mean, depending
People are
on
like,
how
he
things
got kidnapped
went.
every year for 25 years or whatever. Like, that's kind of bonkers, man.
It really depends on how things go, though, right? Because I mean, if something did happen, and you could make a show of it.
I
Like,
just spend like
attempts to
a
not get kidnapped. I spent $500,000 building a fortress on top of Mount Everest.
kidnap me now, and then some guy flies by in a helicopter and just like scoops you up.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, what if you get beamed up by aliens, man? They could kidnap you.
Bro, I'm so pressing the fucking button. For aliens? Hell yeah.
I don't think I would press it. I think it's too risky for me. But go ahead and press it.
All right, let's rank it first. This one's kind of in like the same tier for me as like the you look like Hitler, but it's like slightly more danger associated. So I'm thinking B.
This is a fun one. I appreciate it for how fun it is. So yeah, I think B's good.
Okay. And my mouse is there it goes. Okay, my mouse is just like not going down on my screen. It's really interesting. Let's see. 500K per year, but you get kidnapped yearly. Cool. All right, I'm smacking this button, bro. Interesting. A good amount of almost 3/4 of the people who have seen that would go for it. I don't think people are thinking of like the ramifications of what being kidnapped entails, because it's not just like they take you and then they just like leave you somewhere for a week. It's like clearly they're after something, or maybe people are just in it for the thrill of like having someone in their basement. I don't know. Anyway, let's hit this next one real quick, or let's take our time. I don't care. Will you press the button? You gain very powerful and exact telekinetic powers. But all 5 of your external senses, sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch, are dulled by 75%. So essentially, you become like one of the like blind seers from the Fable lore.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't imagine losing 75% of my sight. Smell, taste, and hearing and touch, I'm like, that's fine. Hearing might, I don't know, hearing is a big part of what I do.
Yeah, it is.
Sight would be like you can't drive anymore. This might be a controversial thing for me to say, but I think I could go with like never tasting anything again. And just being like, this is sustenance, you know?
I mean, it's not that you can't taste it at all. It just won't be a very strong flavor.
Yeah. But it's like, I think, hear me out on this. I think I would be a lot healthier of a person if we did this, or if I did this. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to see, smell, taste, or hear, or touch, or feel as well.
Yeah.
But like, I would probably like eat a lot healthier, and then it would probably lead me to like exercise a little more so that I can go out and, do the telekinetic stuff. Hearing is really the only one where I'm like, man, that would suck to be like almost blind and almost deaf.
Yeah. It's
But telekinesis.
the only thing about telekinesis. Very powerful and exact.
That's like lifting stuff with your mind. Like that's cool,
Yes. Yeah,
You
well,
could
that's the.
you could technically make yourself fly if you think about it, because you could use your mind to lift yourself up.
Yeah, but you can't see where you're going.
True. But you could
That's
also
kind of
probably use telekinesis to, like, you know how bats have, like, sonar and that kind of thing? You could probably use your mind to be like, there's something this far away from me, or, you know, there's a person over here walking, because you can, like, sense it with your mind.
maybe.
Maybe not. I don't know. You know what? I think I could live without telekinetic powers. I don't think I'd hit the button on this one. That's a lot to lose for telekinesis. It would be cool, it'd be interesting, but I don't think I could go the rest of my life like that.
It really depends on how much you can get out of your telekinetic powers. If you can use those to, as you said, you know, kind of mitigate all the senses that you lost, then it's probably fine.
True, true.
It's just a question of could you do that? And if you can't, then it's pretty garbage.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm hitting the button on this one.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Tier list. What are you thinking? Maybe like C or D for me.
Uh, yeah, I mean, there's probably C is fine. It feels like there's perhaps just a little bit not enough information on it is really the thing.
Yeah. I gotta learn how to spell telekinetic. Jesus Christ. Let's try it. Telekinetic. Powers, but lose senses. Yeah. Alright, yeah, not hitting the button on this one. Ooh. We are in the majority, but that one's also pretty damn close.
Well, I mean, like I said, if you can, if we're assuming that you are like super duper powerful to the point that you can see the world around you and, know what's going on with your mind, then, it would probably be worth it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, let's keep going. Leslie,
Yeah.
will you press the button? You develop excellent cooking skills with little training, but you will unavoidably stain whatever clothes you wear whenever cooking. Oh, easy. 100% pressing the button. Just wear the same outfit
Yeah.
every time you cook.
Oh, no. I will constantly buy different outfits just because they're stained. But it's okay because I'm gonna be an excellent cook and I can work with that. We can
Yeah, I was
make
gonna
that
say, you
work.
could work, like, you could be a head chef at a restaurant and make good money doing that. But
Yeah.
then it's just like, yeah, just, like, wear, like, a chef's outfit. And then just have, like, 3 or 4 chef's outfits and just wear those while you cook. Excuse me. Yeah, this one's like a D or E for me. Like, that's such an easy one to get past. Or even if you don't want to, like, just wear your clothes, and if you don't care about stains, then fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. E or F. It goes lower every time I think about it. I'm like, this is stupid.
Oh, I don't think. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I think he's. Do we have any? Does he exist?
No.
All right.
E would round out the list. We just don't have an S yet.
Oh no, I just meant, do we even have an E category?
Oh, yeah, no. It's been so long since we've done this.
Oh, yeah, we do have an E category. Interesting. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Put it in E. I think that's good.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're smacking this button. Easy. Yeah, 22% of people still wouldn't do it. Maybe they just don't care about cooking.
Or maybe they're already good at it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd consider myself a pretty decent cook, but, like, excellent cooking skills with little training would be pretty dope.
Yeah, but if you're already like a fantastic chef, it's nothing to gain.
I'm a good chef, and I don't stain my clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gordon
that's-
Ramsay definitely didn't press the button.
No, Gordon Ramsay? Are you kidding me?
All right, well, that was an easy one to me. Okay, will you press the button? Have access to anything you want in the world, but you have to share everything with 10 7-year-olds. Yeah, I'll press the button.
Everything?
Anything you want in the world, but you have to share everything with 10 7-year-olds.
Okay, but the question that I have is, you have to do you have to share everything that you get from this, or do you have to share everything?
I mean, it says you
And
have to share
what
everything.
10 7-year-olds are we talking about here? Randomly assorted 10 7-year-olds?
So here's the thing. Easiest way to build this out, right? You have access to anything you want in the world. Get a massive house and like a bunch of maids and like people who will take care of the 7-year-olds.
Uh huh.
And then, like whatever you buy, just like, here you go, 7-year-olds. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm not taking care of you. I just have to share everything I get. Massive house, leave all the kids in like one portion of the house, and then just like don't ever think about them again.
I don't know, but if I get like a, I mean, I have access to anything I want in the world.
I mean, the only thing is like
I guess it's fine.
if you want like drugs, and it's like, yeah, that sucks because you have to share the drugs with 7-year-olds. But
I mean, but also, do you care about the 7-year-olds?
that's
Because
the
I
thing,
don't
man.
really
Fuck
care
your
about the
kids. I don't
7.
give a shit.
Yeah, so I mean, my initial thought was like, so does that mean like if I get like a fancy car, I have to share it with the 7-year-olds, and then they just like break the car? But then I could just get another one.
Get 11 cars.
Yeah, but then I mean, you still have to share all of them, right? Like
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
the
true.
issue.
Oh no, I got it. I got it. Get a party bus and a personal driver.
That's true.
If
That's
they
true.
ever want to go anywhere, they want to go to like Chuck E. Cheese or whatever kids do nowadays, then yeah, let them borrow the party bus.
Well,
I'll take the limousine because I have access to anything in the world.
this is a
I'd
real
still
weird
go
one.
off and just do like charitable stuff. It's like if I have access to anything in the world, I want all of Bezos' money so that I can fix the fucking planet. I'll share that with 10 7-year-olds. You know?
I don't know. That's a lot to share. Call me greedy. Call me a miser. But I don't know.
Yeah, 7-year-olds are kind of the fucking worst too. That's like the worst age of kids for me.
Well, they could be like that. That's the other thing is like they could be totally reasonable 7-year-olds where everything would be fine,
Yep.
or they could be absolutely ridiculous like 7-year-olds have a tendency to be.
I would imagine it's probably like half and half and half, Like
Probably.
5 of these 7-year-olds are probably like decently good kids, and then 5 of them are just like, you know, they throw rocks at trains for fun or something,
Yeah.
or rocks at people for fun. Yeah. Okay. Tier list first though, because this one I feel like was worth kind of a little bit of discrepancy, so I don't think it was too bad. I think it was a pretty solid joke.
Yeah.
Also, put in that fucking Letterkenny quote, future me.
Wayne, you gonna weigh in on this?
Well, there's nothing better than a fart. Except kids falling off bikes, maybe. Fuck, I could watch kids fall off bikes all day. I don't give a shit about your kids.
Yeah, what are you feeling? This one's kind of like a B to me, because it's kind of got like some humor to it. It's pretty funny, but also it's not like the most difficult thing to answer.
Yeah. I think it's B or C. It's funny, but at the same time, because the positive side is just anything.
Yeah.
It's literally limitless. Then
Yeah.
there's no situation in which limitless divided by 10 is not worth.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, what are you feeling, B or C? You got the final call here.
I'll take C.
C it is. Access to anything but 7-year-olds. I feel like that's a pretty apt way to put it. So we're hitting this button. Boom, boy. 60-40. Okay. I can kind of see it. 40% of
Yeah.
people do not want to share with 7-year-olds.
I mean,
7-year-olds know
some
how
of
to
those
share
people
by that
probably
point.
don't want to share at all.
That's true.
And if I'm being honest with you, I was struggling with the very concept of sharing.
Sharing with just people in general, not even
Yeah,
7-year-olds.
no. I was like, you want me to share? Anything? I can have anything, but I have to share it. If I have to share it, is it even really mine? Like, that's where I was at.
That's fair. Yeah, because if you ask for just like a bunch of money for yourself, having to split that with a bunch of 7-year-olds is like, good God, imagine a 7-year-old with like $2,000, you know, let alone like $1,000,000. It's like they just buy like candy and like really dumb shit, and you're just like, why are you wasting money? But then you have access to anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, access to anything is really what makes it for me because it's just like, I mean, I could just get more anything, right?
Okay, so I want to pitch this as a reality show, right? So it's like, it's you and 10 7-year-olds have access to anything they want. And it's just like, are these kids going to be really stupid with the things that they have? Are they going to blow up stuff and like, ruin everything? Or is it going to be like, you have to like control these kids and kind of teach them about spending habits while they have access to anything in the world? I feel like that would be a great show.
It definitely could be.
I'd
It
watch it.
definitely could be pretty fun.
Yeah, let's hit one more and then
Okay.
call it. We're a little over an hour, actually, which is pretty short for us. But
Yeah.
let's see. Will you press the button? You are given superhuman powers of creation and destruction, but you must eat souls to fuel it. So essentially, you're God, but like kind of bad.
I mean, but if you're okay, hold on.
Everybody join the cult of Teller Morose. I will make the world a better place. You just have to let me eat your soul.
I'm sure there are people out there who would come to you and be like, "Hey, man, look, if you would just be willing to do this good thing, I'd let you have my soul."
Yeah.
And then you'd just be like, "Yeah, man, I got you. Don't even worry about it, boo." And then you eat their soul. And then you do the thing. And then maybe you got a little soul juice left over for some other things. That'd be cool, right? Yeah.
A little soul juice left over.
I think that's the real issue here. Is what's the conversion ratio on soul to creative and destructive power? Because I mean, if you got to consume like 100 souls to do something good and worthwhile, I mean, it's not going to be worth it. But at the same time, this is another one of those loaded gun situations where I'm just like, of course, I'm pressing the button. I want the option. I mean, sure, maybe I never consume a soul in a single day of my life, but at the same time, I'd like the option.
That's a very smart answer, to be honest, because it doesn't say like you need to eat souls to survive. It's just like
Right.
if you want to use the power, you got to eat some soul.
Yeah, so
Which I
there's
really
no
love the
downside
idea.
to taking it, but
I love the idea of like you waking up and like checking your fridge and you've just got like a tiny like water bottle that just has a little bit of a liquid in it, and it's just a piece of tape that says soul juice written on it, and you're like, I'll save it for later.
yep.
It's like a bottle of orange juice, but it's just soul juice is taped over.
I need soul juice going bad.
Yeah, need to go to the grocery store and eat some people. No, I'm sure there's a ton of people that are like, they'd be like good martyrs, and they'd just be like, yo, I'll let you eat my soul if you make the world a better place. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, honestly, I'm sure there are people that would appreciate if you ate someone's soul for them. So then you
True,
could do a favor, then do good things with the soul juice, and then I mean, you just like the most charitable God,
Yeah, yeah.
Great. And then worst case scenario, you just go full tyrant mode.
Yeah, I had a weird thought of like, if someone caught wind of you being able to do this, and then it's like the government kidnaps you, and just like they force you to eat souls and then like do horrible things.
See, this is where the issue comes in because you have to. If no one knows, you don't have to worry about it. And the only way
Yeah.
someone's going to know is if you do something. So
True.
then the issue comes in. If you use the power, then you want to have a stockpile of the power available such that you can, handle any situations that crop up. But if you do that, then you have to have souls.
True.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna do it anyways, I mean, we might as well get things rolling, and then next thing you know, we're God Emperor for life or whatever.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. I'd press the button.
Of course.
Just to have it in the pocket, you know.
No evil intentions at all. Would
No.
press the button for the good of humanity.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Well, that was a fun one. Uh, let's see, where are we ranking it? We got a
I
lot
think it's fun.
It is pretty fun. I'm thinking B.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah.
Superhuman Soul Eater. All right. Let's press this button and see what people think.
No, I would
64.
never. Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Yeah. I mean, they've all been kind of like 1/3, one way or the other, or maybe a little bit more. I don't know. There were some close ones, but they've all been kind of like this, where I think some people have probably thought about things that we definitely did not think about. Like, how do you eat a soul? Do you have to kill the person? Do you have to
of course.
eat them? Or is it just like you just like absorb their essence and they just cease to exist?
I mean, I assumed just baseline that they die in the process. Although, maybe you could use your powers of creation and destruction to turn them into, mindless, soulless thralls that serve you for life. I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool, now wouldn't it, Peter? I don't know. I just got some slight Joe vibes from that.
It was
Hey,
definitely
Peter.
there.
Hey, this has been fun, man. I think we should do a part 2 to this. I was actually having a good time with this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, we got a good amount here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to read these off. It's very small on my screen. I'm gonna move my monitor.
It's very small and kind of nonsensical, honestly.
Yeah, we'll try to remember them. Let's start here at the bottom. In the F tier, oh yeah, meet your soulmate, but you don't ever get to use technology again. Trash. That's F tier. In the E tier, we have you're an excellent cook with with little training, but you always stay in yourself. Pretty easy there. In the D tier, we have the perfect immortal spouse and immortal life and whatever perfect life, but you cannot see two of your friends of your choice. Super easy. D tier. In the C tier category, we have the $100 million, but you look like Hitler. I'm on the wrong thing. Telekinetic powers, but you lose 75% of your senses. And access to anything, but you share it with 10 7-year-olds. These are fun, man.
Yep.
In the B tier, we have... I can't read what I wrote. Oh yeah, if you speak someone's full name, they do a favor for you, but then they're an enemy for life. The $500,000 per year, but you get kidnapped every year. And superhuman
just
soul
did.
eater. Oh yeah. You're given superhuman powers of creation and destruction, but you must eat souls to fuel it. And in the A category, the only standout one, nothing in S, but in the A tier we have you find out what happens after you die, but everyone goes into mass panic and no one touches each other ever again. So yeah, that's the way you press the button prompts tier list. Hopefully part 1 of a couple, because this was a good time. Yeah, any closing thoughts?
Honestly, for the most part, I get really interested in like what other people generally have chosen in these kinds of situations, and I wasn't really surprised by the vast majority of them. There were like 2 that caught me off guard a little bit, because I thought people would be a little bit more judgmental of just one side of it. The soul eating one here being a prime example. I figured a lot of people would be like, eat souls? Why, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
And just, immediately I will not. But apparently a lot of people were like, I mean, what's wrong with eating a few souls, really?
Some souls might be pretty tasty, you never know.
I've never tried soul before.
Is it like soul food? It's just like biscuits and gravy and fried chicken? Because that sounds pretty all right.
Only when Mama fixes it.
Yeah, yeah. Or, anyone else. I just like soul food. Yeah, this was interesting. I do like seeing like you said, the percentages of who voted for what. But I'm also curious for you watching at home or wherever you are, if there's something we didn't think about for some of these prompts, please leave them in the comments, because there's definitely things that we didn't think about that could sway our opinion differently than what we pressed.
Maybe.
Or didn't press, rather. Yeah, I don't know, like, everyone has a different way of thinking about stuff, so I'm kind of curious to see if there was anything we definitely, like, overlooked or underlooked. But yeah, this one was fun. I had a good time with this.
Yeah, I did too. Either way, thank you all so much for joining us on this Tuesday. It was a fun one, and I hope you will join us for the next one next month. Happy Tuesday, everybody.